Welcome back, Interior Alaska. Mike Fussell here with your latest local sports action. It was another big weekend for both athletes here and on the road. Wrestlers who made it to the finals of the Hutch Meltdown had just one more match to win before becoming champions for the day. Local grapplers from Eielson, Lathrop, West Valley, North Pole, and Hutch all duked it out. We got a chance to catch some of the lower weight championship bouts. Lathrop's Mika Ebe bested West Valley's William Gottmeyer by fall in the second period at the 106-pound weight class. Another Malamute, Caden Ott, won by decision over Eielson's Jonathan St. Andre. That was at the top of the 113-pound bracket. North Pole's Maddie Knott got a quick pin in her championship matchup against Galena's Alina Jacob in the girls' 126-pound bout, and Wesley Bockert of Lathrop edged Raven Caleb Dunlap for the win. For full tournament results, check back next week during the weekend recap with Joe Cook. And high school volleyball players were in action today as well. It was all part of the ASAA State Championships. The Monroe Catholic Rams were the lone interior team left in the tournament today. West Valley was knocked out on Friday in a sweep against East Anchorage. Monroe, though, in the 3A division, brought all they had to the court for a 3-2 victory in the Concy Finals. That pushed them to the title game against Valdez. The Rams would take the first set by a very close margin at 26-24. After that, they would lose some steam and go down 3 sets in a row. 2 of those sets were at 25-18 points in the final, just a bit closer at 25-20. Valdez takes the title and the Hawks finish as state runner-ups. And it came down to the final minutes in an Ice Dogs Friday night matchup against the Janesville Jets. Through 2 periods, Fairbanks had edged Janesville with a score of 3-1. Reggie Lutz, Logan Coombs, and Ryan Kiro all made that possible, but the Jets came flying back, finding the net twice in the middle of the third period. That brought the score to a tie at 3 points with just about 3 minutes left in the game. Janesville would find quick advantage on a power play, and the Jets' Andrew Roy would score the striking blow, dealing a heartbreaking loss to Fairbanks, 4-3.
You know, we came in the locker room and, you know, we kind of said, like, we just got to leave it all out there, you know, hope for the best. You know, we finally got some bounces off working hard and, you know, it paid off. You know, they're a great team. You know, they got some good systems, some good players, and, you know, playing in this building, it's really tough. You know, I think that fires us up, and, you know, we get up for the big games. You know, we get excited for them, and we come to play.
The Alaska Nanook hockey team is out of town, but they're not on vacation. They're actually doing quite a bit of work. The team took on Bemidji State at the Stanford Center last night. Both squads plucked back and forth goals after 2 periods, leaving the score tied at 3 going into the final intermission. At that point, Brandon Morley accounted for all Nook scoring. He gained a hat trick on the night and helped position Alaska for a game-winning goal. Junior Josh Erickson would get that, propelling the Nooks to the win 4-3. And with that, UAF grabs its first win of the 2-week road trip. The team will see Ferris State next Friday. And the Alaska men's basketball team opened the GNAC Pac-West crossover hot last night. By the end of the first half alone, UAF would be up by 13 points over Hawaii Pacific, and they would keep the spring in their step, finishing out the game with a double-digit lead, 96-77. Damaging three-point shooting at around 64% from the outside of the arc helped push Alaska ahead of the Sharks. 15 HPU turnovers made it difficult for the Island team to adjust to UAF's cold defense. Dravante Williams grabbed the game-high honors with 22 points, and 4 other Nooks scored double figures as well. And the Lady Nanooks basketball team got their season rolling in a home opener against Stanislaus State last night. Here's a look at the action from the Patty Center. Effort struck an almost even chord through the first half of play, with SSU up by only 3 points going into the break. The Nanooks would start to gain some momentum in the third thanks to Jordan Wilson, who was on her game and racked up a game high of 22 points. Jaylee Mays would also provide a solid defensive hustle. The game would balance out again, but this time just before the final whistle, sending it all into a 5-minute overtime. Stanislaus walks off the court, though, 5 points over the Nooks, dealing them a tough loss, 102-97. All right, and that about brings us to the buzzer for sports tonight. Katie Looper has your full weather forecast coming up next. Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you next weekend.